So, Assalamualaikum and good morning to our lecturer, Dr. Hani, and my fellow friends. So, hi, I am Rina Sapia binti Ramza from class AM2263A as a first presenter in this video. We'll explain about introduction, policy, environment. Okay, what is policy environment? I will explain about definition and scope. The policy environment encompasses laws, regulations, administrative decisions, and court rulings that govern businesses, organizations, and individuals within a specific jurisdiction or sector. And then we move to key players. Key players in the policy-making process include government entities, legislative branches, and regulatory authority. These stakeholders shape and enforce policies with role ranking from setting agendas to implementing regulations. And then importance and impact. A comprehensive understanding of the policy environment is crucial for businesses, policymakers, advocates, and residents alike. It enables effective navigation of regulatory frameworks and empowers stakeholders to influence policy discussion and outcomes. Next, impact for this policy. Environmental is deep knowledge of the policy environment enables shaping public debates and ensuring fair and efficient operation of society while addressing contemporary challenges. Okay, in the next slide, Haziq will explain about it in a detail.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad Hazan bin Hamdan. So for my part, I'm going to explain a bit more detail regarding the problem or the challenge that will be faced during the implementation of this policy. So there are three main challenges that will be highlighted, which are the inadequacy of enforcement mechanism, the issue of corruption, and also the poor public knowledge and involvement. So under the inadequacy of enforcement mechanism, we can say that the law that will be highlighted, that the law that will be used now is actually the law that are outdated and ineffective in addressing new environmental threats. This is because the law or the acts that will be used now is actually the one that we call it as Environmental Act of 1974. It's the one that will be implemented on the year of 1974. So we believe that nowadays we're facing technological advancement. So when the technology become advanced, we believe that the issue or the threats to the environment is become bigger than it used to be. So how we want to fight against this thing if the issue was exceed the law that were being used. So next is the issue of corruption. So the Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) highlight the rising of the corruption among the enforcement personnel. So throughout our study, we have do some research, and we found that on the year of 2009 to 2018, during this 9 year, the corruption is actually increased among times. So how we want to implement the law or how we want to implement the policy if the enforcement personnel itself, it cannot be honest on his job. So the last one is poor public knowledge and involvement. So poor climate change education in school and limited public awareness campaign. So we can see that most of the students or the kids nowadays most of the kids and also the students nowadays, they are not being revealed with the environmental issue, with the environmental impact on something that they do. So environment is not what we call it as the study of living things, non-living things, about the tree, about the plants. It's not that. Environmental is the study on what we learn on our environment, what we know about our environment, how we want to dispose our waste, how we want to dispose our e-waste. So this is about the environmental. This is about the environment, not the one that we study in science. We call it as transportations of the food, the food chain, and so on. That is environment, but the one that we should know, the one that kids should know, is actually the on how they want to dispose their waste. So this is to help them to be more ready when they are being adult in future. So they are the one that will lead our country. So if they are not being revealed with the environmental issue, how they want to fight against the environmental issue? We scared that they are actually the one that making or implement the environmental issue itself. So the public knowledge is actually so important for the kids nowadays. So the school should teach about the environment at least twice a week or something like that. So we want to make this kid as someone that love their environment. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Hazim. Move to my slide. Okay, my slide is objective. So I will explain about the objective of the policy environment. The objective of the policy environment are multifaceted, aiming to ensure, first, a clean, safe, healthy, and productive environment. This objective underscores the importance of preserving and enhancing environmental quality for the well-being of current and future generations. It involves measures to mitigate pollution, protect ecosystem, and promote sustainable resource management to support both human health and ecosystem integrity. Second, conservation of unique and diverse culture and natural heritage is the second of objective policy environment. Recognizing the value of cultural and natural heritage, this objective seeks to safeguard and celebrate the richness of diverse traditions, language, and ecosystem. Effective participation from all sectors of society is essential to ensure the preservation and sustainable management of cultural and natural resources. And last but not least, promotion of sustainable lifestyles, consumption, patterns, and production, encouraging sustainable practice in lifestyle choices, consumption habits, and production processes is vital for reducing environmental impact and promoting long-term sustainability. This objective involves fostering awareness, education, and incentives to encourage responsible consumption and production behavior that minimize waste, conserve resources, and mitigate environmental degradation. Okay, in the next slide, I will pass to my friends to explain about the next slide.
Assalamualaikum and hello to all my fellow friends and beloved lecturer. Today I would like to present my part, which is the strategy and programs. There is 4 main strategies under environmental policies to balance economic growth with the long-term sustainability of Malaysia's natural resources while protecting its rich biodiversity. The first thing first is conservation and biodiversity protection. Second, sustainable development. Third, environmental regulation and enforcement. Number 4, public awareness and participation. Firstly, I would like to explain about the conservation and biodiversity. Conservation and biodiversity protection are crucial to preserving Malaysia's rainforests and marine ecosystems, which are home to a diverse array of species. To achieve this goal, protected areas such as national parks and wildlife reserves are established, while measures to prevent illegal logging, poaching, and habitat destruction are implemented. Secondly, is about sustainable development. Sustainable development is another key strategy that aims to promote environmentally friendly practices in industries, renewable energy sources, sustainable agriculture, and green technologies help minimize environmental degradation while supporting economic progress. Environment regulation and enforcement play a pivotal role in ensuring compliance with environmental standards. Various regulations related to pollution control, waste management, and environmental impact assessment for development projects are enforced through a monitoring mechanism. This holds businesses accountable for their environmental footprint while deterring harmful practices. And the last one is public awareness campaign. Environmental education programs and community involvement initiatives encourage individuals to take action towards protecting the environment. By fostering sustainable behaviors and promoting environmental stewardship among the public, these policies aim to create a more environmentally conscious society. These strategies work together to address complex environmental challenges facing Malaysia by balancing economic development with the conservation of its natural resources for future generations. Furthermore, the establishment and management of protected areas, including national parks, wildlife reserves, and marine sanctuaries, signify a proactive approach to biodiversity conservation. These designated zones serve as havens for diverse flora and fauna, safeguarding their habitats from anthropogenic threats. Agencies such as the Department of Wildlife and National Parks Peninsula Malaysia, as we call as a Perhilitan, and Sabah Parks play pivotal roles in overseeing these protected areas, ensuring their integrity and ecological resilience for future generations. Environmental regulation and enforcement mechanism are important rules and action put in place to control pollution and manage waste properly. In Malaysia, there are likely programs that monitoring how much pollution industry release into the environment, regulate how wastewater is disposed of, and make sure that waste is disposed of correctly. To make sure that industries follow these rules, Malaysia may set limits on how much pollution can be released. Regularly check to see if companies are following the rules and punish those who don't follow them. This is all done to make sure that industries operate in a way that is good for the environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to talk about Malaysia's environmental policy for its strength and weakness. The first strength is implementation of the Green Technology Financing Scheme. One of the standout features of Malaysia's environmental policy is the Green Technology Financing Scheme. This government initiative provides favorable financing options to support the development of green technology across various sectors. The Green Technology Financial Service offers accessible low-cost loans, facilitating the funding of projects aimed at environmental sustainability. This not only fosters innovation but also encourages eco-friendly practices across the country. The second strength of the Malaysian environmental policy is international cooperation in addressing global environmental challenge. Additionally, Malaysia places a strong emphasis on international cooperation to tackle global environmental challenge. Strategic partnerships with countries like UAE are a testament to this commitment. These collaborations involve exchanging expertise, sharing best practices, and undertaking joint initiatives focused on green infrastructure and technology transfer. This partnership not only contribute to global environmental stewardship but also enhance Malaysia's diplomatic relations and elevate its economic and technological standing internationally. Another strength of Malaysia's environmental policy is the focus on the efficient utilization of natural resources. By implementing measures to enhance resource efficiency and management, Malaysia aims to mitigate environmental degradation and preserve its ecological heritage. This approach addresses the pressing issue of resource depletions, ensuring the long-term viability of ecosystem and biodiversity. Furthermore, the policy underscores the importance of establishing and managing protected areas, including national parks, wildlife reserves, and marine sanctuaries. These zones serve as safe havens for diverse flora and fauna, protecting their habitats from human-induced threats. Agencies like the Department of Wildlife and National Parks Peninsula Malaysia Perhilitan and Sabah Parks play a crucial roles in overseeing these protected areas, ensuring their integrity and ecological resilience for future generations. Despite these strengths, the national environmental policy in Malaysia has its own shortcomings. A significant weakness that we can see is the issue of conflicting implementation between the federal and state governments. The decentralized nature of environmental governance often leads to bureaucratic complexities and regulatory inconsistencies. This fragmented governance framework grants state governance considerable autonomy in approving and executing development projects, potentially resulting in haphazard decision-making and inadequate scrutiny. Moreover, the excessive discretion afforded to state governments in project approvals can lead to unsustainable practices such as indiscriminate logging, expansive land clearing, and unregulated commercial ventures. The pursuit of short-term economic gains often takes precedence over environmental considerations, causing irreversible damage to ecosystem and natural habitats. The lack of stringent oversight and accountability mechanism further exacerbate the risk of environmental degradation, undermining the goals of the national policy on environmental conservation. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
So I'll continue with the part which is recommendation. To tackle environmental challenges, we must first strengthen enforcement. This means improving monitoring system and increasing penalty for violation. Additionally, creating specialized unit dedicated to environmental enforcement will ensure more effective regulation. Next, we should promote sustainability by offering incentives for eco-friendly practices. Supporting for adoption of renewable energy and waste reduction measures is crucial in this effort. We also need to enhance public participation by increasing transparency and holding public consultation. Involving citizens in monitoring and conservation initiatives empower communities to take part in environmental stewardship. Lastly, boosting environmental education is vital. By integrating environmental topics into all levels of education and fostering early awareness, we can cultivate a generation committed to sustainability. Together, these strategies will help us address the pressing environmental challenges facing Malaysia and move toward a sustainable future. Thank you.
So guys, to conclude, the policy environment in Malaysia is multifaceted, encompassing various laws, regulations, and stakeholders, with objectives centered on promoting sustainable and development, social cohesion, economic growth, and environmental protection. However, significant environmental challenges persist, including deforestation, palm oil production, pollution, biodiversity loss, and weak enforcement. So guys, let's take care of our own environment together. Healthy environment, healthy life.